Alright, time for a Nocturne game. I will be playing this one against a K here, who went for the first strike. Interesting. Don't see a lot of K players actually pick that rune these days. So we'll see how that goes. I'm assuming he goes ult evolve with that for sure. Lanes-wise here, we have a Draven ADC, which instantly tells me I'm going to clear towards bot side. Anytime I have a Draven on my team or a Draven on the enemy team, I will always clear towards bot lane since it's literally the hardest snowball champ in the game, and they're always so aggressive. The amount of gold that guy gets from his passive is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, there is that. I'll definitely be looking for that. Nocturne as a champion inherently is very straightforward with his game pattern decisions. Is also why I always recommend anyone who's new to the role to start playing Nocturne first. Because with him, you can learn your sequencing first, and your ganks don't really matter too much, because you have an ult that entirely makes up for it, if that makes sense. Because gank timing as well, like you can just time it around your ult cooldown, and it'd be kind of fun. What is this? This guy's literally trying to... And he got it! Well, that's depressing. That's isolation damage from KQ, unfortunately. But, like... He does get it there, but he flashes in to get it, and I'm just confused. Like, yeah, I guess. He tried to cheese me. It worked because for K, like as Nocturne specifically, I don't have a way to actually execute the camp the way K does, because he can just flash isolation Q the camp pretty easily, or flash Q the camp for a good amount of damage, and he did get it. But it's such a... like 50-50 decision, because if he doesn't get that there, he will die regardless. Like, he will die, because he was gonna die even if he gets the camp. But then, you know, his game is completely ruined. And now here you have to note something. Even though he did take that one camp from me, I still have jungle tempo on him, because he gets one camp. I did get the first blood kill. Briar gets another kill on top even, so that's huge for Briar as well. But K does not have jungle tempo, because he first has to respawn, and then he has to come back to, you know, his jungle out of base, then start doing his camp. It's all going to be much slower. Now, also based on his earlier decision making, I will actually not do my red buff right now. I'm actually going to do this first, in case he decides to go for that random invade still. And this way I can set up my respawn timer for my Krugs alongside my Raptors better, and I just have a little bit of a better time. I will respect him in case he is a lunatic again and walk straight out of base towards my red buff. I'm not going to deal with that. We're going to have to danger ping bot lane one more time here, because they will have to place a ward. But also here, usually I'd go double point Q for my full clear, because usually you would full clear on Nocturne. But if you get a camp taken away from you like that, you have to take E on level 3. So there is not a choice there. Can you, like, not take my scuttle crab, please? Like, hello, what is this? I actually, like, no, what are you talking about? I need that scuttle crab. What? Dudes, what are you doing? Yeah, okay, I mean, I'm gonna go for the bot gank regardless, but scuttle crab is my level 4. I already got a camp stolen from me. Draven had to steal another camp. That's crazy. That's very unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, that is a fear that's gonna go off. The exhaust doesn't matter. Alright then. I'll be nice to you, Draven. I'll give you that one. Man, like, actually, it's so painful, because it's just a level denied for no reason. I hate it. Whatever, we got there. This guy is a lunatic for staying, but sure. I need to recall relatively fast here, because my camps are already gonna respawn. Dudes. Type in more than that, really. Let's move quickly. I mean, I'm honestly like, he can't be doing that. Like, you cannot do that to your jungler. If your jungler has prior towards a bot scuttle and then does that to you, like your ADC does that to you, that's really, really bad for you, especially already losing blue buff. It's not good. It's not good. That type of stuff tilts me. Like, that's the only thing really that gets me when my laners, like, genuinely grief me with their decision making. Because that is just really bad for me, especially, like, if I didn't lose my blue buff, something like that would be okay. Still, it's not good, but it would be somewhat okay, because I now don't get a jungle stack off my pet. Like, it slows me down quite a bit. It's a lot of XP that is advantageous towards me, because as a jungler you do get more XP off your camps, right? So a lot of things add up there. That's like taking 2 cannons, essentially, is what that is. If you would put it in laner's terms, like it's worth more than that. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. All right, well, it is what it is. Let's move on. As you can see, my camps are respawning now. We are making sure to go for a good different sequence here again. Another sequence here again. Making sure that before we go for any type of gank, we will always clear our camps consistently to make that a thing. I'm actually going to queue because it's still about 50 gold for that queue. He does get the kill on Ka, so Ka is overextending here. Right there, I'm not stopping to hit the ward, because in that instance, if I stop to hit the ward, if I can walk up to this and make something happen, then I can maybe get that kill. If I stop to hit the ward, I'll never get the kill. So it's not really worth stopping there. Here as well, I only have 1 smite. Oh, great. I'll smite it here. TF comes in, stun card. I get this. Fear on the Misfortune just insta-flashed. I also just realized it's Misfortune mid and Syndra bot lane. Why did that click so late? I'm again not stopping to hit the ward. I'm gonna hit this. I just need 1 Void Grab to be able to hit level 6 here. Again, I mean, the Scuttle would have made a difference, to be fair, but you know. Just give me like 1 minion worth of time, please. Make sure to block that, and then we just auto attack with lethal tempo, and we're good. I really just needed the time there to be able to get my ult off of anything. So yeah, once I got it, I can instantly rotate towards the mid play. But this is where that other tempo play that, well, pissed me off, basically, what I was telling to Draven. This is where that comes into play, because that one little bit of tempo there could have killed my Twisted Fate as well. So it snowballs even more. Just like as a clear sign of how important it is to not do that to your jungler. It's, yeah, yeah, I mean, what can I say? Just that, it's an obvious sign, right? So I have 1700 gold, which is my stride breaker. Dragon is going to be the next objective people are going to be looking for. Obviously, the enemy jungler as well, most likely. I will definitely clear my topside camps at least, and then I can out of base walk for my bot side camps without my topside camps being able to be taken. So I can clear this, and then I can reset towards the dragon. There is a chance here that he rushes dragon instantly, which honestly wouldn't be the worst thing ever, because he's going to spend a lot of time doing one dragon there. Without getting any of his own CS. So in like a general sense, it wouldn't really be a big difference because he loses tempo that way. But yeah, here I do these camps as well, because now on this reset I'm going to be able to afford my stride breaker and my boots, and I would like to be able to purchase both. So that's why I also cleared the top half there instead of like instantly backing for stride breaker, as I had 1700 gold. Which I could have done, but this way I clear my top half and now can play for my bot half while my ult is coming off cooldown. So if I'm looking for any type of play that's going to go on here, I can react with the ult cooldown, and my topside camps would not be able to be taken as like a countermeasure for me going for any of those types of ganks. So there's that matters. Let me hit this plant to see if he's doing dragon. Okay, my priority will definitely go towards ulting something, because my ult is off cooldown, so ideally when that is the case on Ka, you should always want to try to ult something. Good, that hits. I got the spell shield. I did get exhausted, which really sucks actually, but that's okay. The exhaust definitely saved him a tremendous amount of damage taken in that position. He should give the kill to Draven. Yeah, oh well, it's fine. Sorry, bit sniffly. So in that instance, the exhaust definitely ruined me, but we had the initial plan of going for that. Our ult was off cooldown, so I prioritized going for my ult cooldown use instead. Dude, where is my Briar even going, man? Yeah, this is really bad, actually. Dude, Briar is on the red buff. You have got to be delusional. I'm gonna have to go back in. It's gonna be my death, but yeah, this is what it is what it is. It's really, really bad to do this. Because she just gave up the mid priority towards the dragon after we already won a play situation going into the dragon. And then she just... Oh, wait. Actually? Oh. Wait. I mean... I thought the Briar was the mid laner. Briar was mid lane, right? She was in mid lane. She, like, walked here. And then walked up here, right? I think so. I realize that Briar is the top laner now, so it's not as bad, I guess, but I could have sworn Briar was positioning herself in mid lane, so there's no logical reason not to run the dragon after that position. But it is the top laner, so I will retract my statement halfway, saying that obviously it matters a bit less in that instance then, but I could have sworn she was mid, and there's no reason if you are already mid in that situation. Yeah. To not rotate the dragon. So it is the top laner, so I retracted a little bit. It's not the mid laner, but since he was positioned in mid lane, it does not make sense not to walk the dragon. My ult is off cooldown once again. My bot side camps are gone, so they are defended. My top side camps are defended. Bot side camps cannot be taken. And then this way we can play for this. I'm going to prioritize doing 6 Void Drops over going for a gank here, because I have limited time. These will hard despawn at some point, so I will have to prioritize getting them. I'm not ulting that. I'm ulting this, though. That's good enough. The initial position wasn't great, but the position that followed after Ka leaped in was good. So that's the one we go for. It's a good hit. Good stun card, everything. Very nice. Can finish off the turret here. I have 11 out of 16 kill participation. And really all I did is I cleared. I made sure to use my ult when it was off cooldown. So I looked for an aggressive play instead of clearing towards my own camps. And then, yeah, every single time I finished the clear, I tried going for a type of aggressive play or gank. And that is the entire gameplay pattern of Nocturne. My ult's now on cooldown for 65 seconds. So we're gonna just clear my topside camps now. And we'll look for a recall most likely afterwards. And then we can play from there. Next objective is going to be the Rift Herald I could play for. We'll see how that like turns out here. Because right now what's gonna happen is I clear my topside half, right? By that time the Rift Herald will be about respawned. But then if I go for the Rift Herald, I will give up my bot side camps potentially. So it does like impact me a little bit that way. But with this cast showing bot, with the Briar just landing that ultimate, it makes sense to just go for the Rift Herald here. Because the chances now of getting my bot side counter jungled, or the chances of Ka even reacting to me starting Rift Herald up right now are non-existent. So instead of recalling and spending my 2000 gold, which is still a very relevant amount of gold to spend, I should just do the Rift Herald in this position. Also block the dash with your shield so you get the doubled attack speed for a second. Yeah, those factors make me go Rift Herald before I reset or anything, because I have no one that's going to contest this realistically. Obviously Cannon could, but yeah, I get the Rift Herald here. If I was like under threat or Ka could maybe go for this, I'd much prefer spending my 2000 gold before going for this play. And then I most likely would look to, well, clear my bot side half as well, something like that, right? He does get turret here, but I want the tempo right now of getting the Rift Herald in this instant. And then reset, because we have a dragon coming up in like 48 seconds. And I have a lot of gold in my inventory right now. So we do want to play for the like safety of it, I guess. Like don't try to all in the cannon in that position where I might be able to do so in that situation. If I end up dying, it will delay me. I will be dumb because I have 2000 gold in my inventory, which puts me at like a bigger advantage if I try to 1v1 someone with that 2000 gold spent, because in the inventory it's not going to do anything for me, right? So that's a bigger risk. Now here I can also finish my bot side camps, and then right as the dragon's about to spawn, I'll be ready for the dragon. I do in this case, however, think I should go for Syndra. She is recalling just around the corner. I'm unfortunately unable to spot that in time, So she will be able to get away with his recall, most likely. Yep. Yeah, oh man, it snowballed even harder. I don't have a smite upgrade where I would have had one. Unlucky. Look, I have one smite away from getting my smite upgrade. One scuttle crab, guys. One scuttle crab. Alright, well. Gotta finish the dragon here. Luckily, Ka also doesn't have the smite upgrade. Okay, Draven has that, surely. For me, it's just like I prioritize going for the objective I have to. Blind him here as well. There you go. Right here, I'm actually really... Like, I'm not gonna herald the mid turret in this position. I could. But this side turrets were gonna be worth 700 gold. They're gonna be able to, like, defend the mid turret, kind of. We do this, hit the wave a little bit with the Q, so we dash through it and we basically one-shot the wave. And then if I can get this side turret here, this is going to provide me with 700 gold, which is going to snowball me personally harder. And the mid turret, like, it's going to get pressured anyway, but now we have pressure from this. I claim my gold income, and this 700 gold bounty is worth more to me in solo queue for sure than getting one mid turret there. That's pretty much already getting pressed in. So I'm going to do this, and while they are like running here, I'm going to keep hitting the turret. Because I have 6 Void Grubs, and because they're all chasing my team, I should just realistically break their base in this position instead. We are not going to greed for the inhibitor, because there's no reason for that. We can just claim our another 400 gold off this. And the sequence we just made gave us a solid 1100 gold worth of income, basically. For like a Rift Herald use on bot lane instead of trying to break a mid turret where they already had pressure on that mid turret. So this outcome is a lot more beneficial in general. Right here, they're pretty heavy magic damage, I would say. Because right now we're basically looking at... Okay, first question is, do we need Black Cleaver? We absolutely do not need Black Cleaver. So we are not going to go for a Black Cleaver in that item slot. That is not happening on the 3rd. Then, do we need magic resist? Well, yes. We have Syndra, we have Cannon. Syndra is quite one-shot heavy. I don't think magic resist is a bad thing. Misfortune has some magic damage scaling skills as well. And Ka has some magic damage scaling skills as well, so that actually do magic damage. Because I believe his W is the one that does magic damage. Maybe his passive too. Sometimes when it comes to remembering it, it's a bit spicy, but yeah, it makes sense to go for the magic resist here. So we're gonna look at Maw and Death's Dance as the next 2 options. 1 magic resist, 1 armor, obviously. You kind of want to go for both most games anyway. But in this case, obviously, the magic resist first, I think, makes more sense. Because there are more sources of mage damage coming in than physical damage. So that's what we're going to go for. Here as well, we're not going to, like, walk towards our... Wait, let me just do this real quick. There we go. Good. That's just a reaction. We saw an opportunity for it, and then we're good. Also, one very important thing to note with Nocturne is... as you ult into your target, you should always... land your or cast your Q as you are about to connect with the enemy team, with the enemy that you are dashing towards. So as you are about to connect, as you are about to reach them, you need to Q them. This is very important. That's really bad. I have to flash there. That sucks. That's fine. So because you want it, like, if you Q as you land, you will be much worse off, because if you Q as you land, you're gonna have to use a Q animation cast, and it's gonna delay your initial land into a... Ooh, that one still hit me though. I don't think it's gonna kill me, but okay. So that animation you're gonna have to cast as you are on the area, as you have arrived to the position. Whereas if you use it right as you land, the one you're gonna be more guaranteed to actually land the Q. Because it follows the target direction. You just have to keep your mouse on the enemy and you should be able to land it. And the second one of that is... Oh, I need to also get a blue trinket after level 9. And the second one of that is you don't have to use a Q cast animation as you land, because you can then just use E and W basically as you connect to get the fear and the W off with that animation, which is going to be slightly faster and it makes slightly more sense. Now we have 45 seconds on the dragon here, so we definitely want to play for the objective. But because it's 45 seconds, I do have some time to clear my topside camps. So I will go for that here as well. Make sure we clean this up and we go towards the dragon as it spawns. I'll go for the Drake regardless if Draven wants to solo it or not, basically. I mean, if he does dragon, I could do blue buff here as well, or I could like walk up to my team that's kind of inting and overextending at the moment. But either way, I want to secure the objective, so... Now this scuttle doesn't particularly matter too much anymore, because now I'm not looking for early XP level ups, nor am I looking for jungle items or jungle smite stacks. So him taking that scuttle matters a lot less than the first scuttle, has to be said as well. Because obviously giving me the scuttle would still be overall more experience, but it's no longer a relevant factor to me getting my jungle smite stacked up or hitting level 4 or getting an important spike of that nature. It matters a lot less now. I'm actually going to ult the Syndra here. Q as you are about to land. Go for the spell shield and the fear. Dead. No, I missed my Q. Unlucky. And with unlucky, I mean I'm bad at the game, but yeah. Oh, she died to that. Perfect. Oh, good. Not bad. Focus. Try to prioritize focusing turrets down in these situations wherever you get the chance to hit them. It's kind of what you want to look for. And, well, that's really it. Right here, I would finish the build with a Death's Dance. And then I could go Cleaver, but I probably don't need a Cleaver in this game. So I'm most likely going to end up going something like a Guardian Angel instead in that slot. Or I can go for a tank item as an option as well. That would be a choice. What I do like to do at the very end is still always sell my boots for a Warmox because it gives me 1000 extra HP and the HP regeneration. And it still gives 8% movement speed, so you are completely chilling in that regard as well. But this was a relatively short game, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in game number 2. Okay, so before we move into the second game of this video, I quickly wanted to mention that more than half the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you are enjoying the content, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. You'd get the daily uploads in the subscription inbox as well, you know, don't miss an upload, smiley face. If you are enjoying the content as well, if you haven't subscribed, hitting the like button always helps a lot. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy game number 2. Alright, time for the second game of this video. The first one was obviously relatively quick. I did still get a lot of information, useful information into that video, so absolutely will be done, will be uploaded 100%, but we'll add in to give it a bit more time, you know. This time I will be against the Draven, but still, as I said in the first game, we are clearing towards said Draven. We are going to, in this case, try to gank him as often as possible to make sure that... yeah, well, we don't want to give him his stacks. We don't want to give him his snowballing potential. I danger ping there, by the way, because if you're alt tapped and you're like on the fountain, you can potentially hear it. If he's just not paying attention for a second, that's fine. He could be on a, like, he could, what he said could be the case. But sometimes people can just zone out a little bit. All right, flash used. You didn't have to write anything, my guy. Fair enough. We are going to start red buff. We are starting red. We're not starting like Raptors, for example, because our intention is to gank bot lane. That is our intention. So because that is our intention, we do not want to start Raptors, because then the Raptors respawn is going to be a 4-minute respawn, which means you have to make it back in time to be able to make that a valuable thing. And yeah, that's not really what we're looking here. Hit the big one. As you can see, the path. You want to try to stand on the path, so we want to try to like walk into the big Krug here. We're just going to clean this up nicely. Wait a little bit, get the passive hit off, make sure it lands. Leona top lane and Blitz support. Our goal here, again, is going to be finishing the full clear. So my bot lane will have to survive their lane until I finish the full clear. That is definitely going to be a necessity. That's not going to die, is it? Do one more hit, unfortunately. Now in this instance, we are going to go double point Q, because we are still intending the full clear, but now we are not losing directly. We've not directly lost the camp already. So we are going to go for this, because the extra point in Q gives me a lot more clear speed. The E is relatively useless towards your camps. You shouldn't ever really even use it on your camps, because it's a very long cooldown as well. So even when you have it, it's better to use it when you get invaded or something like that. My bot lane is just getting absolutely battered. Now the position is really awkward because, well, I'm gonna have to wait a wave. It's fine. I want to stick to like the pattern I would always go for. In that instance, I could have ran bot lane there to go for like an early play. But I will stick to it. We're gonna finish our clear, guaranteed no matter what, as I always say. We're not gonna give up any XP. It is what it is. We're just gonna send it. We're gonna delay it, and we're gonna do this now. Gonna hit him here. He had flash still. That's really unfortunate. Don't get hit by that. I'm actually surprised he still had flash, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna help him shove the rest of this wave out. You're not backing Draven. That's not happening. If Blitz takes the recaller, Draven dies. I'm actually gonna try to see if Blitz actually is that dumb. He's gonna probably try to recall in the bush, I would imagine. Nope. That's okay. This is still fine. Because in that instance, Draven is now really doomed because he loses a lot more. So I do actually get a relatively successful gank out of it. I prevent him from getting the recall off in that moment, and I'm actually able to like delay him a lot here. You're joking me, man. My pet didn't even finish it either. The pet's always a griefer. No way. I'm gonna take the recall here anyway. My bot lane gets a very solid position. The wave should be bouncing back towards them here as well. So it's gonna be okay. I got the CDR boots. I have the money for it here. The previous game I had more money, but I do like picking these up for like early haste. And movement speed is directly impacting your clear speed as well. So it's still a good clear speed increase. Alright, I mean, not as amazing, right? Obviously was not able to get a kill on bot lane. I'm very surprised that the entire bot lane sequence happened and Draven hasn't even flashed once. So a little bit unfortunate, but sometimes it happens. It's okay. Gonna wait for the pet to kill this, and then we're gonna auto attack this together instead of doing an extra hit. Because otherwise I have to auto attack those small ones a lot more. Didn't go for my raptors, which is beautiful. He's just like on his bot side cams doing stuff. Right now, for me, again, another full clear. We're going to try to keep our tempo as high as possible. Getting those level 6. Now, Draven doesn't have flash. So, gank options are increasing. Obviously, gank success is increasing, I should say. Keep clearing. He has a bit of a CS advantage over me. Just a little bit. Just a slight tempo up. Because he got some stuff while I went for the gank, right? But that's okay. Is there a chance he ever dives or tries to go for a dive on bot here, you think? I could go for a lane gank angle on bot lane here, potentially. He is most likely going to go for the void grubs, I would say. I'll smite here, try to get in a position for a bot gank. Ideally lane gank it here, because that is the most likely scenario I'm going to get in this position. Walk over here. They're gonna be in a relatively safe area right now, which kind of sucks. He didn't see me, I don't think. That's really unfortunate. My Milio was positioning himself way too safe, unfortunately. I really would have liked to see him bait that engage a lot more. Like, bait the Blitzhook a lot better. Oh, he wants to go Dragon. I really just wanted to go for red buff, to be honest, but sure. Start it then. If you're gonna run mid here, then you just hard trolled me, by the way. I wanted to go for his red buff there initially, but if my team moves for Dragon like this, I kind of have to do it. I still need help on this. I'm not gonna be able to finish it like this. Twitch initially walking past Dragon is what makes this Dragon like a problem now, because he was too slow. He needed to actually instantly open up on Dragon. Now, obviously, yes, I pathed around the Dragon, I get it. But, yeah, my intention was not to go for Dragon, but their intention was to go for Dragon, so it's a bit of a difference. I'm a bit scared, because I realistically should go for his red buff here, since I'm assuming he takes mine. Slash my topside camps, basically. So I can't really leave this to him, if that makes sense. It's just going to be an assumption that he plays it correctly and he actually like goes for my topside camps here. So we'll see. I'm throwing my Q slightly this way over the wall so it doesn't get insta-seen. He does just do void grubs. He might actually... Like, Graves is pretty slow, so he might not actually have it. Nah, I'm not gonna... This is not gonna work, I think. I do have lethal tempo. She does get feared, but the wall ruins me because she has enough mana regeneration off of getting a level up or something in that position. Yeah, it's not good. I do give him a camp now, sadly. It's pretty shitty. Actually pretty shitty. I'm surprised. I mean, I think what happened there, she probably got egged or something, I think. And then he ran out of resources. That's what I'm assuming. But the wall, because she got that level up or whatever it was, that gave her another good chunk of mana back. It ruined my gank kill potential because the wall and everything just kind of wrecked me. It is what it is. Also, there was still a very high threat of the Graves being there too. I'm actually gonna smite in case he like randomly walks in here or something. Should be fine. Yeah, so I've traded Dragon for 3 grubs. I have taken his red buff. Ideally would have liked to have his raptors, but that's whatever. We finish this off with a passive hit. We then reset, go bot side camps, and then look for a bot ult when it comes off cooldown, basically. See if we can get that Draven. Page first, get on the longsword. Not level 9 yet, so we're not switching to a blue trinket just yet. I think they might walk towards my blue buff in this position. Nope, nope, they're here. Okay. I would have imagined a blue rotation there, but they did. Oh no. Ah, my ult's not up for another 14 seconds, unfortunately. That would have been really nice, but that's a good kill. And this is what I thought where I thought this guy was going to be. I have to ult for that because otherwise I'm not going to get the last hit in there. In that position, there was most likely going to be somewhere in this area. Someone in that area, sorry. And I needed my team to rotate to a bit faster. They were a little bit slow, but I was luckily able to flash on Draven and get him by myself, which was good enough. So not too bad. If you see a situation like this, then it's pretty likely that that was going to be the result, where someone was going to be like right here transitioning most likely, or just in that general area, so I can walk directly into him and then get the kill like that, which worked out pretty well. Not too bad. So another great situation from a bot. I'm really trying to like make Draven's, like give Draven a lot of trouble, because he just lost a lot of stacks now earlier as well, right? So this is quite good, actually. Draven is like losing a lot. He's not getting like his tempo, his traction to be able to get the game going, which is huge for me. Right now, I don't want to go for anything because my ult's down for another 60 seconds. My bot lane is overstaying on the map right now. They're not spending their money, so Draven's going to get a free direct push into the turret, unfortunately. But I cannot show bot turret here either because my topside camps are respawning. If I show bot turret there, Graves just takes 2 of my camps and gets void grubs, probably something stupid like that. So I cannot do this. The result of Draven getting these plate pushes here is just directly related to my bot lane overextending on the map and not recalling in time. But we are going to spend our time clearing our camps at the moment, and then we're going to look for this situation right afterwards, hopefully. I do have a very good advantage on top lane. It should be a very strong positional advantage. We obviously cannot be smiting the Krugs here, because we need to smite for the void grubs. And my Milio is also rotating for this. My ult is going to be off cooldown for this, so we should be looking pretty reasonable. I don't think it's going to be worth ulting the Leona in this situation. I'm going to queue this, drag them together a bit, and then we should be able to do this, hopefully. I'm assuming that my Garen is going to have priority response here, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to smite until I have to. I'm going to have to smite that now. We're going to engage on the Graves instantly. We're going to also ult to blind them. So they have no idea that I'm behind them right now, so I can make this a positional play as well. So this way, because I blinded the Anivia's vision off me, she couldn't directly force her position onto me. I'm gonna have to give it. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She couldn't force her position advantage by rotating back towards me, instantly on me, because I blinded her. And because of that blind, I was also able to follow the Graves, who was intentionally going for the plant there, of course. So I was able to make the play happen, so I was able to chase the Graves without getting punished for it, which is a very, very big thing there that you should see about the ult. I used the blind from the ult rather than prioritize using the dash from the ultimate to deny vision, so the Anivia doesn't know what is going on and how the position is going to turn out. Gives me a very, very huge fight advantage there, basically. I am just going to go rotate back towards this, because I think Graves is going to probably prioritize it. He's not. That's fine. Okay, here I do have to be a little bit careful, though, admittedly. Because my mid laner is 1 HP, and Graves is indeed bot lane, even. Okay, that's really bad. I'm probably just going to have to give. My ult's not off cooldown just yet, so that's also a big factor here. The TP was just used towards mid. That is really unfortunate, because if he teleports on bot turret, that would have actually been huge. But he wasted TP'd there, which is bad. That's actually a bad... Like, I think if he teleported turret there, that was so free. He's going to try to wall me, most likely. He's going to zone me here. Yeah, it's just complete zoning. If he was teleported to bot turret there, that would have been insane. Dude, I have no vision. Can you please give me some vision? Dude, like, actually, please. I have to prioritize Draven. I'm not dead. We're good. That's pretty close, though. Oh, we're not going to disrespect this. I need to run this way. With Q movement speed as well. Yeah, the teleport there was the biggest mistake. If he would have simply just teleported onto the turret on bot lane, he would have secured everything. So that was a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. The darkness came in. Oh my god, that one scared me. The darkness came in clutch for me there again in the last fight. To give me some freedom. Unfortunately, didn't have my blue trinket there yet either. That would have been quite huge. She doesn't have any mana now, so this should actually be a free rotation. What is... Oh my god, you son of a... You're kidding. You're actually joking. That wall placement... Oh my god, yeah. Damn. That stupid wall, man. Actually stupid wall. Damn, that sucks. Alright, fair play. All I can say is fair play. Blue trinket is going to be huge. Blue trinket would have helped me a lot in the previous position on bot lane if I would have had it, because I could have put vision on the Draven, and it would have been nice. My ult's going to be up in 10 seconds here. We instantly sprint for Dragon, of course. Wait, me. Smite ready. Ult is up in 4 seconds, so we should be in a very solid position, I would say. Might have to rotate for this, but I want to prioritize going for Dragon here. Get it down. That's a very hefty dive position from Garen right now, and I don't particularly want to follow this. He's just dead. I think. Is he alive? This guy's a monster. Maybe I trolled, but I don't think that was a realistic contention because he was so deep. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe I could have gone for that move. But I have an entire jungle rotation up as well, so if I go for that move and die, I'd lose a tremendous amount of tempo, which is what made me hesitant as to going towards that move. Because if I just clear my camps now, I can get my smite upgrade, I can look to hit level 11. These are all big factors. I can play towards the next objective, which is the Rift Herald here. And these are all points that are going to be much more beneficial to me than trying to dive that. And I did secure the dragon as a priority first, instead of insta-diving it as well. I'm not going to smite anything here because we want to have a smite ready in case we need it for like the Rift Herald. Otherwise I won't. Not looking to engage mid here. But I might be forced to ult. I'm holding my ult until it's a realistic situation. Right there was no real kill pressure on them. And again, still here in this situation, if I can finish my smite, if I can finish my camp rotation first right now, it's going to be quite good. Now, I did say that if you have Nocturne ult, you should use it, but you should be realistic about it as well, sometimes. Like, I can get an entire jungle rotation, and that kill percentage was probably like 20%, and it's a pretty risky fight still, since the Twitch got hooked initially. So, it's not great. I don't want to use my blue trinket just yet, to be honest. There's more value to be had still right now. This is something I'm assuming they're just doing. Yeah, they are just doing it. But I have no contention on this because the Garen is just hard shoving top. So I'm not really looking to risk and engage. Focus on this. With the darkness again, though. We do it with the darkness engage there. The reason we do it with the darkness engage is because then we blind them completely. Go for this guy. Okay, go for this guy, I guess. Oh, that missed the Q there. That's kind of unfortunate, actually. That's fine. Alright, well, I mean, they got the Rift Herald, but that's more down to Garen than anything else. I'm dead here. If the... Okay, shield that. It's gonna stun me. Nivea wall is a thing. But yeah, right there, I'm not going to go into it that aggressive. We could have fought that and won if Garen would have showed up. But he did not position himself to show up for that fight. So there's no reason to Sudoku ourselves. We're just going to wait for a position. And, well, Twitch went in. Got the engage. And then, yeah, we just focused Darkness. Darkness is very limited vision. I think the position I was in was very hard for them to still see me. Right now, before I use my next ult, I definitely want to try to hit level 11 at least. They're gonna walk in mid lane here and die, apparently. Unfortunate. But that previous position was just Garen kind of trolling. If he would have just walked the Rift Herald, I think we would have had a massive advantage and we would have just won the entire fight. But he decided to like all in like the enemy Leona or something, and I don't know what happened exactly. My ult's up in 10 seconds. I don't actually think I can go for this, by the way. Try not to shove here too much. The Rift Herald got like interestingly wasted. Smite the Rift Herald out here because that's worth it. I'm down to go for it if Hui gets a good position. We'll just not insta-ult though. Insta-ulting doesn't give me a lot of value there. That's not good. Ulting here does nothing. He's dead. This Milia also walked in to die. Yeah, okay. They're just ending themselves. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. They're just literally just choosing to die. He walked into that for no reason. I'm gonna take the reset because I have the Hexblade, and the Hexblade, I want to get the ultimate haste before I ult, ideally. Anivia is getting incredibly strong because my team is kind of sprinting it into her, unfortunately, so that's a bit scary, but yeah. What do you do? Oh, no, oh, you don't have Garen ult. What are you doing, buddy? Right before the dragon, too? Man. That is depressing. I have to go for Anivia here, actually. Go in. Right before we connect, we use this. She should be dead here. Please put her in the act. Thank you. Before I die. That's Leona, right? I shouldn't be worried. Smiting there was a mistake, most likely, but it should be fine. I have another one. Okay, good. However, Garen did int in a position, and I'm very low HP now, so I don't actually know if I can contest the dragon. They're not doing it, which is huge. That's very good to see, but yeah, the positional advantage right now. Team walked into it. I think they're dead. I'm like 1 HP. I can't do anything. Yeah, no. If the Garen didn't die... If the Garen just didn't die on the side like he did, we could have contested this dragon. It is what it is. Enemy team gets dragon here. I thought my pick on mid was great, but it still just didn't matter because Hui was top lane for some reason. Because Hui was top, there is just no contention because we have him numbers down. Garen decided to die on bot lane as well, so we are just a complete number down. It is not ideal. Enemy team gets dragon here. Nothing I can do about it. It's just team situations. Make sure I get the cannon. It's all down to Garen and Hui in that moment if we want to be able to get that dragon or not from that. I think I keep pushing another wave. This turret's 700 gold, so again, I would like to take that. My team is going for like a fight position here. I think my best play is just to push this in, honestly. Like, in this position, my team should not get engaged on realistically. They can question mark ping me all they like, but their position right now is awful, and this thing is 700 gold. So you might think, like, say, why are you doing that? Because it's 700 gold. It's more than 2 kills. There's no need to do anything dumb with that amount, you know? I'll go for Dev's Dance first here. Dev's Dance, yep, perfect. I don't need Cleaver, so not yet at least. But there's no need to give up on 700 gold. That is just very dumb. If my team wants to like force a fight and die, that's fine, but I'm not going to waste 700 gold when I have a chance to get it there with their positioning on the map. They should just respect it for 2 seconds. Because again, it's worth a lot more, right? Alright, cut her off this way. I'm going to smite so I can guarantee an assist. I'll give him the kill though. If he hooks me, that's fine. I'll just spell shield it. I'm trying to position myself so Twitch doesn't get hooked right now. Because he is being an absolute lunatic at the moment. But this way, if he tries to hook me, you just get like... Because Twitch's position is terrible there. But because I stand in between them, he can't throw the hook on Twitch. This guy is going to die. What is happening? Ill's not up for another 25. So if he throws the hook, I simply just spell shield. It's that easy. Which is 2,000 gold. Yep. Make sure we finish this as well. I will only rotate for this if Garen goes for it right now. He's not currently going for it, so... I'm very worried about like a situation here. I'm ulting this. That should be fine, this. Yep. Solid Raven also flashed, I believe. Raven no flash is a very good thing to note. Okay, I do have to worry about a Nivea wall. I'm not gonna get hit by that. I probably should not have... I have to flash respected, unfortunately, but we'll go for this sphere here. Should be a kill for my team, hopefully. Okay, that's a one-shot. That's kind of brutal. Bill's not up for another 14 seconds right now. I'm gonna take the plant here real quick, so I might be able to do something later. Heal myself back up in this position. Back to full HP practically, which is good. We're gonna deny some vision. Right now, my priority would actually go toward their bot side. Don't die, please. Your position is not great. They're not going to be able to Baron. Surely not. Like, there's no way, right? Would they? They have a chance, actually. Oh. Nope, this is bad. Because Garen is not here. Ah, Garen, you're a dumbass, buddy. You have absolutely no eyes in your head, do you? Crazy. Like, he sees them walk at me and still doesn't respect it. That's criminal. Absolutely criminal. Twitch gets mid turret. I'm gonna go for this. It's a kill. Please get this guy as well. It should be realistic. I'd hope. Nope, it's not realistic. He just lives on 1. You have 16 seconds on Dragon. Just play for the Drake, please. Don't be dumb. Just go for the Dragon, I beg you, please. I can't get rid of the plant. Unfortunately, I have no dash. I would dash over the wall, get rid of the plant if I was a champ that could do so. Dragon is my hard priority. If Garen would have just had eyes in his head, that he would not have died to that bot lane situation. He probably could have even rotated or something along the lines of that to make it fine. But yeah, no, this was not it. Very surprised they actually managed to live. It was really close for them there in this position here. The Draven and the mostly the Draven. I definitely do need some magic resist though. Don't know if I like scaling out this game. I guess we win late game team. Yeah, probably. Nah, I'm not sure. I think it's relatively even, probably. Take my reset here. I will, at this point, sell the boots because they're not as useful anymore. We're going to go for this, and we're going to go for a Hex Drinker. A lot of magic resist and some tenacity in there, because the tenacity is actually nice. Not again! Can you stop inting it? Running? Can you... Please, man.
Enemy rampage.
Like, he actually needs to stop going 1v5. It's ridiculously bad right now. I need to ult for vision loss. Spell shield walk out. Don't over-aggress. This is fine. He's dead here. I think. No, he flashed. Okay. Dude, if my Garen just has like 2 IQ, you know, he doesn't run it into the enemy team before a fight happens every single second. Because he's done it 5 times now, actually. It's my fault. Yeah, of course it is my fault. Sure. Why not? I'll take it. Don't worry about it. Team's starting to FF now as well. Criminal. Alright, cool, cool. That should be a free kill, realistically. Nope, it's not. He's dead. Oh, and he gets hooked and dies too. Yep, lovely. I'd like... Dude, my team cannot relax for even half a second. They are just perma-inting. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what to say about this. It is just ridiculous. Need to ward over the wall. Yeah. Oh, that's actually not bad. This could work. I'm just chilling. Like, they can do Baron all they like. It's gonna take them 30 years. I don't really care. I flashed into Leona here, which is not great, but it should be fine. Don't stun me. Walk away with Q. Just run into the bush here as well to lose some vision. Yeah, she's alone. She's gonna die. She doesn't kill me here. She just dies. No, the Draven ult kills me. Okay, Oak didn't. Whew. I would have been so sad. We got a very good bot push as well. I am not gonna be in a rush to go engage on Baron. I'm gonna wait for a good position. I'm gonna wait for a favorable angle. Come on, Hwei, you got that one. I'm just gonna have to wait a couple seconds before I cast my blue trinket here. That's all I need. Goodbye. I wait there on purpose with the blue trinket because I do have to get the ult off cooldown before I blue trinket him, but he's gonna walk in a very expected path, so it should be fine. I am very worried about doing this Baron here, if I'm being completely honest with you. It should be fine, but I'm still worried. Because Anivia is very scary. Don't allow him to walk in. Don't allow him to walk in, please. Not the smite. Good. Drake Soul. Okay. Do this. And I will need a cleaver at the end for this game. So we'll go for cleaver next. Dude. Do this. It's fine. Doesn't matter. I don't need early cleaver, but they're getting tankier and tankier towards this because he's starting to build tank items there. Now we're going for it now. It's a good hit. I'm gonna go for the Anivia here. Flash use, that's fine. I'm actually super dead here, I think, sadly. That knockback is brutal. Just run. Just gotta run. Okay, this is not too bad. He gets another kill. I'm gonna have to back off. Obviously, I took a lot of damage there. I'm gonna try to heal a little bit off of a couple of these camps. Give my team blue here, and then we'll go for the dragon after. I committed as far as I could. I forced the Nivea flash. If she didn't have flash, it would have been really good because she would have died in a bad position. The flash kind of saved her there. So there was that. But yeah, this is overall not too bad, of course. Good shove here. I believe his red could be up, so I'll check it. It is up. You can see it being up, one, because we saw the hit initially, the impact hit, but we also see the path move. So we can see it's up. I'm going to give my entire team red buff here, obviously, as a priority. It's very good. Don't give them to the enemy team. Give it to your team. They need to just focus auto-attacking the turret. It's going to be priority. Go for this guy in a position where I can. But this is maybe a bit too brutal, actually. Yeah, no, it's a bit too far. I took a lot of aggression there, which does result in me dying because my team's backup on that was very suboptimal, unfortunately. I was unable to finish off the Draven, but at the same time, they used tremendous cooldowns on me in that fight. They used a lot to get to deal with me. He gets top shove at the same time, and my team still survives at maximum HP. I think if the backup for my team was slightly better there while they were killing me, because I would have died regardless, while they were killing me, they most likely would have died themselves completely. But it was close. Overall, though, it's a trade that's resulting in my team being allowed to push out the rest. Because they used a lot on me. My team gets to be full HP, gets to be safe. Garen gets the top pressure as well, which is another factor of why I did that. Because if the Garen has the top pressure at the same time, they're going to lose top turret too, and their base is just going to disappear. So even though I do die there, it is a productive death, you could call it. However, that was it for Nocturne. I carried these people pretty hard, I would say. They were running it down. With that being said, though, I hope you guys have enjoyed both of these videos. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats for game number 1 here, I ended up doing a 9.6k damage, which is about what I expected. There's not going to be much damage in this instance, because the plays I made were in favor of like getting a split push angle over going for a fight, stuff like that. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. True damage here at 500, objective damage at 57.6k, which is obviously a colossal amount of objective damage, which is very good. Damage to turrets should also be, yeah, look at this, 10k damage to turrets. That's quite a lot, honestly. We have healing done at 17.8k, damage taken at 26.5, self-mitigated at 15.3, gold earned at 12.4k. So a very good amount of gold. Being like relatively close to a Draven is already really good with his passive. The amount of gold I got from like side turret stuff was insane. So yeah, there is that. Right here, lethal tempo, 180 damage dealt, but the attack speed uptime, it looks really strange. It just doesn't make any sense here, but the attack speed is just really nice for the uptime on it. You could still play with Conqueror as well if you'd like, to be fair. Triumph for a bit of HP, bit of gold. Haste for the ability haste. I take this over the attack speed because having the extra ability haste is going to be very good for ult cooldown, so that's why I want it. We have the last stand for, look, extra damage in closer fights. The fights weren't that close, so that's not going to do a lot of damage in this instance. Eyeball collection for the extra AD. Build-wise, we're going to go Dev's Dance into probably a Black Cleaver here. Sell boots for Warmogs, or sell boots in the meantime for like Mercs or Steel Caps if you need them. And then eventually sell those for Warmogs is also an option, but that's basically the build you are looking for. Then for the stats for the second game, where, well, my team was, you know, giving the enemy team 3 kills. Damage to champions at 28.2k, which is a respectable amount. Again, Nocturne is not an amazing teamfight champion, is not a champion like Hui, like Twitch, which will get a tremendous amount of damage in teamfights. But you then also have to consider the fact that they kind of ran it down a lot for damage done as well as damage taken. So that does impact that a little bit too. True damage here at 2500. We have objective damage at 44,000, which is quite solid, really. Definitely not bad. I was able to control this as much as possible, at least. There were some instances where I couldn't, but for the most part, I had control over the objectives, which was really nice. Healing done at 31.2k, which is very good. Damage taken at 50k, which is also the most. Self-mitigated at another 54.5k. Like, I want you to note that this damage taken, together, I have approximately 105,000 damage taken, right? All right. This guy has, what, like let's call it 125,000 damage taken. But I did a much better job tanking than he did. Because if you look at the scoreboard, I have one singular death and he has 6, and he ran it down. Like if you run it down the way he did, you're gonna get a damage taken graph, and you're gonna be like, oh, you have good damage taken, but it's not good damage taken, it's bad damage taken, and there has to be a difference because I only have one death. And my damage taken is incredibly good because it means I frontline all the damage for my team. I was able to bait the attention on me with only dying a single time at the end there. And that in and of itself is a massive impact to team fight pressure, to, you know, team fight advantage, to be able to win those fights for your team already. Being able to take efficient damage without dying, without giving my shutdown for the longest time. The moment I gave my shutdown, it didn't even matter anymore because the game instantly ended afterwards, right? So that is a very big factor. And why my damage taken is good, but why Garen's damage taken is like 60% just terrible because he decided to die a lot. That distinction should be made when you look at the damage taken stats as well, for sure. Gold earned at 16.8k, which is by a good margin the most here, honestly. Definitely not bad. Garen came relatively close, to be fair, but he had a lot of turret gold in there too. I do have 1 turret in this game as well, I believe, so yeah, fair enough. A lethal tempo for 771 damage dealt, which is not bad, but the attack speed is the main thing you want it for. The attack speed equals passive cooldown as well. So getting those hits in there, passive cooldown in there, and then getting those heals from the passive, cleave damage from the passive is very valuable. A Triumph for 2500 HP, 460 gold. Haste for the ability haste once again, going with the Ultimate Hunter. Last Stand for 1300 damage in this game, and then Eyeball Collection for the extra 18 AD. Build-wise, to finish this out, I would have gone Black Cleaver here, and then I would have gone for a Warmox. If I need a Black Cleaver earlier, I can go Black Cleaver, for example, after Hexblade, and then finish these 2 items after that, and then go Warmox instead of the boots. But that is the way you would want to build Nocturne and play Nocturne. Yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't yet. Be sure to subscribe. I upload daily, so I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.